Hey guys, this is Dom from mobiledom.co.uk, and today I've got the review of the Nokia Lumia 920. Right now, I have to give a massive shout out to the guys at Nokia Connect. These are the guys that sent me the 920. These lovely people sent me one of the best phones of end of 2012 and even 2013. This phone is absolutely phenomenal. Right, this review is going to be a bit different. I'm just going to go over my positives and my negatives. So there's four categories. There's the screen, the internals, the camera, and the appearance. As this is completely subjective, but I'm just going to go into it. So let's start with the positives. Now, the screen. The screen on the 920 is absolutely phenomenal. It's really bright. You can't see here, I've got it turned down. So if I turn this up how I usually have this on high all the time. You can see right now it's on low. This is going to like kill the camera and you won't be able to see anything. So, and the like auto white balance and stuff won't fix it. So I'm just going to put it back down. So I've always had it on high. So, but it's super bright. Even on the lowest brightness, this thing is completely readable. It's got great viewing angles, and obviously now this isn't going to work very well on camera, as obviously it inverts quite a lot. But look at this. This angle is just like, this screen looks great, like from any angle I see it at, and it's incredibly responsive. This has Nokia's super sensitive touch, where it lets you actually use it with gloves on. Now, I don't actually have a pair of gloves with me here. Oh, sorry about that, I just hit the microphone. But I'm going to try and do this. I've got a tubular bandage. I think I've actually got it turned... Oh no, see? Well, there you go. It isn't perfect by any means, but it's definitely usable. Like I said, that was the screen. This thing is absolutely great. I love it. So I have it on high all the time, but I could much easily, that doesn't make sense. I could much as easily use it on low, like this, or medium. I don't have anything on automatic brightness, but that's only because my eyes are weird and I don't really like that stuff. Right, the next thing is the internals. This is rocking the Snapdragon S4 dual core, and this is the high-end Snapdragon S4. Not many people know this, but there's actually a couple versions of the S4 dual core. There is a high-end one, which is in this. It's also in the 1S and the 1XL. Kicking things. The 1XL on AT&T in the States, and this is the crate architecture. And then there's a lower end, not ARM V7, it's Cortex A7 dual core. That's what's in the 620, that's what's in the Desire X, and stuff like that. And then I think there's also an even lower end one, which is Cortex A5. So but this is the high end, this is the big daddy, with the Adreno 225, I think, so GPU. And like I said, there's this paired with Nokia's, I've totally forgotten what it's called. Pure Motion HD Plus. There you go. The stupidly fast internals paired with Pure Motion HD Plus provide for an incredibly beautiful screen all the time. Now, for those of you wondering what Pure Motion HD Plus is, it's one of Nokia's many branding terms, along with Clear Black. Pure Motion HD Plus essentially puts the screen at 60 frames per second all the time. So whenever you scroll really fast, you're always seeing perfect. It's no blurring, it's always legible. Another one is Clear Black, which is essentially a layer of glass underneath the normal glass, which is a polarizer to make blacks look deeper, and it also helps sunlight visibility. But back to the internals. The Snapdragon S4, fast as hell. Like, boom. The same with the GPU. 1 GB of RAM. Helps. Old Windows phones, first and second gen Windows phones, so 7 and 7.5, they were locked at single core with half a gig of RAM. They worked well. They worked really well on those limitations. But there's nothing like having a modern processor with a modern amount of RAM in a smartphone nowadays. it's great. Nokia were also incredibly kind enough to send me the 32 gig version of this, which I'm incredibly happy with. I don't usually store music on my phone. Those of you who actually watch my other videos know I have a Nexus 4. And on my Nexus 4 I use Google Play Music and Spotify and things. So I never actually have the music on my device. Now, there is a version of like Google Music called Cloud Music here. But I actually had put some music on here. And yeah, 32 gigs of storage. I could like record lots and lots of video. I could record lots of video. I could take tons and tons of photos. I could download many apps which don't exist. That's something coming on later. But there's again 32 gigs of storage paired with a gig of RAM and a dual-core processor. I'm incredibly happy. A feature I wasn't able to test out at my office here is the Qi wireless charging. The only wireless charger I have around here is a Palm Touchstone, and well, it doesn't work on this. Though in town where I work, yeah, I work in town, but it wasn't in my shop. There was a Nokia DT900 wireless charger, and the rep at the shop let me play with it, and it was great. It paired up almost instantly, and it was charging. And people I've been talking to, like people in the shops who own not 920s, 820s with the wireless charging back, they say it's just as fast charging wirelessly as it is charging through the micro USB on the bottom. And it is, even though it doesn't look at a standard micro USB charger. Sorry about that, guys. And last but not least of the internals, the speaker. The speaker on the bottom is actually incredibly loud. I'm just gonna, because I can't bother to actually open up my music, I'm just gonna wait for this to obviously it's never as quick as when you want it, so do. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna play a song here for a second or so. So it's just gonna so you can hear that is actually really nice, and it's actually incredibly clear. Even this is at full volume, so this is at 30, but it didn't really distort that much. It distorted from about 25 upwards, so the last 5 steps, which isn't actually that bad. Most smartphone speakers, including my Nexus 4, and whoa, that was a bit weird, even the iPhone 4, they all distort after about 3/4 of the way up. So this is a lot better than at least those two. Another thing, microphones and the earpiece. People didn't actually know I was speaking on a mobile phone most of the time. If they, like, that sounds stupid. If I called someone's house phone or their office phone and they couldn't see it was my mobile number, they didn't know I was on a mobile. It's that clear. And on the other ear, the earpiece. Very nice, very loud, very crisp and very clear. So nothing but good things to report there. Now, the camera. You don't go for this phone if you're not serious about cameras. This is an 8.7 megapixel Carl Zeiss PureView camera, and I must tell you guys, it is phenomenal. This is like the best camera I've used, bar none. I'm quickly going to go back. Oh, whoa, that was weird. I'm going to quickly go. Oh, I just took a photo there. I'm going to go back through my gallery, and I'm going to try and find a photo I took in near pitch black. Here. This photo was taken here, like, just, like, there, if I'm pointing, about 1 in the morning, with no lights on, and no flash. The only light in my room was from my computer screen, which was pointing in the other direction, and that came out. That is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I'm going to put that photo in the... What's it called? I'm going to put this photo in the stream right now so you can see it. And you can see the clarity. This captures more light than my eyes can see. This wasn't even that bright to me. So, you can't really complain about that there. So, the low light is absolutely great. And, what else is... The 1080p video capture is actually crazy good. If I carry on going back... La 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 la. Wow, there's lots and lots of scrolling. Here. This video, I'm playing it here, but if I just turn it down. I'm gonna put it afterwards anyway. But this video was taken actually in a car, and you can see how smooth and stable that was. And I'm just gonna play it again so you can actually see. This was taken in a car whilst driving. Obviously, the first bit was a bit jittery, but this is a camera phone. You shouldn't be able to take such great things with a phone. So, like I said, this is absolutely just so good. The front-facing camera, it's serviceable. It's good if you're using it for video conferencing, but it's nothing spectacular. It's not wide angle like the 8X. So, that is that. And last thing is the appearance. This thing is bright, man. I asked if I could get something garish, something bright, so like the red one, or the white one, or the yellow one, and they sent me the banana phone, and I am so happy. The amount of looks I've gotten when I go into town, or if I go back to college, or if I go into work even. I work in a phone shop, so if I go into work and people say, "Oh my god, what is that?" People see lots of phones in the shop, but they always come to the bright yellow one. It's so cool. Phones nowadays are so boring. Black, white, silver. Wow. This is yellow. Bright yellow phone. You cannot complain about that. It's incredibly striking. Last thing, before, because this is definitely a positive. I can't believe I put them back in the box, actually. So, this is a bit stupid of me. These things right here. These are the stock headphones. These are great. These rival my Sennheisers. I bought a pair of Sennheiser CX302s for those of you who are like headphone people. And I had to change the size of the tips for the Nokia ones. But they like rival the quality of my Sennheisers. And these are the stock headphones that come in the box with the phone. The inline mic was great. It was incredibly crisp and clear. I was on the phone to my girlfriend when I was walking to my friend's house, and there was a dog across the road, yeah, and this was quite a big road. There was a dog across the road barking, yeah, and she goes, "Is there a dog next to you?" And I was like, "No, it's across the road." And she goes, "Wow." But it's like, the microphone on the headphones was that good as well. Sorry guys, I cannot overstate, I mean, how great some things on this phone is.